1, 2, 3, and 4.
Good evening, Astro boys and Astro girls, and welcome to Astronomy Tonight. Tonight, we bring you a very special episode. Is space the new frontier? Space cowboys like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos may think so, as their companies Blue Origin and SpaceX try to conquer the wild west of outer space. These companies were contracted by NASA following Trump's Space Policy Directive 1, which directed NASA to lead an innovative and sustainable program of exploration with commercial and international partners to enable human expansion across the solar system and to bring back to Earth new knowledge and opportunities. However, before traveling to Mars, they need to make a pit stop on the Moon. The lunar surface will serve as a crucial training ground and technology demonstration test site for the planned mission of Mars. To get there, SpaceX and Blue Origin are focusing on lowering the cost of space travel by designing reusable rocket ships. While both companies plan on conquering the Moon, SpaceX has outlined their intent to set up permanent colonies on Mars. Elon Musk believes the first rocket to Mars could launch as early as 2022, and a self-sustaining city could be in place as early as 2050. Here's how he breaks down his timeline. 2021 will see SpaceX's Starship rocket embark on its first commercial flight. This will mark a vital step towards settling on Mars, as Starship will be the world's first fully reusable rocket, allowing us to bring things and people to Mars and back. 2022 will be the earliest time possible for SpaceX to launch the mission to Mars, as this will mark the optimal time to send a rocket to the red planet, as it coincides with the two planets orbiting at their closest points. Here, SpaceX plans on sending 2 unmanned ships carrying up to 100 tons of life support infrastructure, as well as mining and power supplies to be used by future expeditions. If the 2022 mark is missed, SpaceX will have to wait until 2024. Once these unmanned missions make it to Mars, SpaceX's next step will be sending manned expeditions to set up a propellant production plant where they plan on producing rocket fuel by combining Martian ice water and carbon dioxide in order to create methane and liquid oxygen. This step is vital to SpaceX's plans, as without this production plant on the Martian surface, they would be unable to land on Mars, refuel, and come back. All future missions will rely on the first success. 2025, SpaceX believes the colonization of Mars could begin to take shape, as subsequent launches build upon what's already there. Every trip would prioritize growth and expansion. 2026. If all goes according to plan, this will mark the year when SpaceX is able to send more ships, more people, and more resources than ever before. If SpaceX can see real infrastructure and permanent habitable zones created on Mars by 2026, they believe their timeline of a fully fledged city by 2050 to be feasible. Now, before you go rushing off to become a Martian, there are a few issues with the plan. First, the financials. The planned cost for the settlement of Mars is anywhere from $100 billion to $10 trillion. Breaking down this cost, settling Mars would require transporting 1 million tons of cargo at an estimated cost of at least $100,000 per ton. Additionally, there's various costs associated with their programs, payroll, and licensing fees. A major problem the settlers would face is the atmosphere. While Earth's atmosphere is a comfortable 77% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, and 0.04% CO2, Mars' atmosphere is made of 95% CO2, 2.7% nitrogen, 1.6% argon, and trace amounts of oxygen and carbon monoxide. So, even if we can get to Mars, settlers will need airtight habitats to shield them from toxic air and the deadly radiation that rains down on its surface. To solve this, SpaceX plans on pumping gases into Mars' atmosphere in an attempt to create a greenhouse gas effect equivalent to ours on Earth. By doing so, they hope to make Mars' atmosphere thicker, warmer, and more hospitable to life. However, in order to do so, SpaceX will first have to address the issue of Mars' escape speed. For it will not matter what gases they pump into the atmosphere if they escape into space. Mars' atmosphere has a low escape speed because its mass is so low. So the planet doesn't have a strong enough gravitational pull to keep its atmosphere from escaping into space, due in force to solar winds. Because of this, any gas artificially pumped into the atmosphere is bound to escape into space due to both the low gravitational pull and solar winds stripping it away. If Elon Musk, SpaceX, and NASA plan on establishing permanent settlements on Mars anytime soon, these issues will need to be addressed, as no permanent settlement will be possible until a sustainable solution is found.